Science has given humanity incredible progress, but behind closed doors, some researchers cross the line into absolute madness. These are the 5 darkest psychological and medical experiments in human history. In 1971, psychologist Philip Zimbardo set out to test human nature in a simulated prison beneath Stanford University. Normal college students were randomly divided into guards and prisoners. Within just 24 hours, the guards turned into sadistic abusers, and prisoners suffered severe emotional breakdowns. The experiment was meant to last 2 weeks, but was halted in just 6 days as humanity collapsed inside the basement. In the 1940s, a medical trend swept through psychiatric hospitals: the lobotomy. Doctors like Walter Freeman claimed they could cure mental illness in just 10 minutes using a simple ice pick and a hammer. By inserting the instrument through the eye socket, they severed connections in the frontal lobe. Over 50,000 people were lobotomized. Instead of being cured, thousands were left as empty shells, unable to speak, feel, or live independently. It even won a Nobel Prize before humanity realized the horror of what had been done. In 1961, Yale psychologist Stanley Milgram wanted to understand how ordinary citizens could commit atrocities during World War II. He designed an experiment where participants were told to administer increasing electric shocks to a stranger every time they answered a question wrong. The shock generator went up to a lethal 450 volts. Even as the actor screamed in pain, 65% of participants continued to press the highest voltage button, simply because an authority figure in a lab coat told them to proceed. It proved a chilling reality. Under authority, ordinary people are capable of dark cruelty. In 1939, speech pathologist Wendell Johnson conducted a dark psychological experiment on 22 orphan children in Iowa. Half of the children received positive speech therapy, while the other half were belittled, criticized, and told they were terrible speakers. The goal was to see if stuttering could be induced in healthy children. The psychological damage was permanent. Healthy orphans developed severe speech impediments and lifelong psychological trauma. The study was kept secret for decades to protect the university's reputation. During the Cold War, the CIA launched Operation MKUltra, a top-secret mind control program. For over 20 years, human subjects, often without their consent, were subjected to massive doses of LSD, sensory deprivation, sleep deprivation, and psychological torture. The goal was to engineer total mind control and create brainwashed operatives. When the program was exposed in the 1970s, most files were ordered to be destroyed, leaving the full extent of its horror buried in darkness. These experiments prove that when science abandons ethics, the consequences are terrifying. Which experiment shocked you the most? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to BARBAR OTTOMAN for more dark history.